Hello everyone, welcome back to this iqoption automation series P1. In the last video, we successfully set up and authenticated to iqoption WebSocket. In this video, we are going to get our account balances, including real account, demo account, and all the tournament accounts if we have registered for any tournaments. Alright, so just a quick overview. This has been the code so far. Alright, I'm just going to remove this print statement. We don't need to print. We printed this for debugging purpose in the first part, right? Now we can get rid of this. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to write a function to get account balances. So now write a function. I'm gonna give it a name, fetch account balances. Right, okay, so in order to get account balance, we need to pass simple payload requesting account balances. So now let's make a dictionary, and we need to pass couple of things. So first thing gonna be name, and its value gonna be get balances, and second gonna be version. Okay, and we're going to version 1.0, and we also need to pass the name. This gonna be the message name. Okay, this gonna be payload name. Okay, and this gonna be main message name. Okay, send message. I think M needs to be capital. Right, perfect. Send message. All right, now we need to pass this to the WebSocket, or send this to the WebSocket in order to get our account balances. So what we are going to do is we are going to use this function, send WebSocket request. For that, send WebSocket request, and we need to pass name and the payload data. So that's data in this case, right? All right, so everything looks okay. This is all we need to do in order to get our account balance. Now I'm going to run the script and see what we are going to get. Okay, we're getting our profile message. That means we are authenticated, but we are not getting the account balance related message. What may be the reason? Page account balance. Oh, actually we need to call this function. Did we call it? No, we need to call it, right? We need to call this function. We don't need to pass any arguments, right? I'm gonna run it again. This time I'm expecting, okay, I was expecting balance related message, but it's still not. The reason may be we did not wait for message. I think we need to wait for some time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add time.sleep with let's say 2 seconds, and run the script again. Let's wait for the message. Maybe we, okay. Okay, so here you can see we are getting new kind of message, and that is title balances, right? So this is what we are looking for. At the moment this is a bit difficult because of this profile message, time sync, and other messages to read. So what I'm going to do is I am going to store it in a JSON file in order to uh, have a better view. Okay, so for that what we can do is we can simply save it in a JSON file. Just a moment. Do we have, okay, we have this JSON file, right? So same like this. Okay, what I'm going to do is remember the message name in that case is balances, right? So when message name is balances, what you can do is don't do any of these things, simply save it to balances.json. Right, now let's run the script. We should get balance.json file. Okay, we're not getting anything. What's the problem? Okay, I don't know. I don't know. What's the problem? No, time no sleep is removed from here. That may be the reason. So I'm going to add it again, run the script again. Okay, so we have got balances.json, right? You can see the name has value balances. So this is what we targeted here on masses. So actually this can be not if, it can now be elif, because we already have if block, right? So this is quite logical to add elif instead of else. Okay, so let's leave that for now and go to our balances.json. And here we have two balances, right? Two account balances. So first is id this type 1 means real account, and amount or account balance is 0. And second also has id type 4 means demo account, and the amount means account balance. Okay, just remember this id. We need this id later on when we are switching from real to demo or demo to other account, right? We need to use that. Just keep this in mind. All right. Okay, but we're not getting the tournament account balance, tournament account information, right? Because if we go to our iq option, here I have tournament called tournament global trading heat wave, but we are not getting that, right? And the problem, or the things that we need to do to get that, is we need to send a different kind of payload for that. And I'm going to show you what kind of payload we need to send from the web itself. All right, just to inspect, okay, and go to network tab. Okay, we don't have anything to see, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reload the page. Okay, wait a while. Okay, iq option web version is really slow. Okay, it just slow, and my pc is also slow, so the combine these two things, it's making the process real slow. Okay, the page is loaded. Now let's go back, and we have got something called WebSocket, right? By default you'll have this all everything, you'll have everything now. And okay, what's wrong? Okay, and then you can get specific messages like uh, uh, a request, document, javascript, css, or socket, right? So we go to socket section and we're going to click, and we are going to get, see, this is what we, okay, this is what we need to pass in order to get all tournament accounts and all the account types that we have. So what we need to do is we need to pass this kind of payload in order to get tournament account as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply copy everything, and I'm going to chat gpt, and I'm going to ask for make it a nice payload. So it will give us data converted as payload. Okay, we need to make that. Okay, so this is what we need to pass. So I'm going to copy it. Okay, and now I'm going to write another function. Okay, I'm going to keep this version 1 intact, and I'm going to simply copy the same function. Okay, and I'm going to give it name version 2. All right, and the name and the payload, we can remove both of these thing, and this is what we need to pass to WebSocket now, right? And I'm going to store it in a variable called data. Right, so now what we need to do is we need to send this to the WebSocket, right? Okay, in order to get send this to the WebSocket, how can we send it? Because we need to send with this send WebSocket function. We need to pass name and data, but here we have other thing than okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these things out. Okay, I'm going to remove it from there. Okay, now I can pass these things separately and make WebSocket request, right? I think we don't need this local time. Okay, I will not pass it. Okay, I will not pass it, and the request ID is automatically created here, so we don't need to pass request ID as well. Now we can use this function to make post request, right? Okay, this okay. Okay, this the function needs to be version 2, not the WebSocket send request. Okay, I did a mistake here. Okay, now perfect, everything looks okay. Now instead of version 1, let's call version 2. Okay, and I'm going to remove this balances.json, and I'm going to run the script now. Okay, we did not get balance message. What have we done wrong? Okay, so send WebSocket request ID is already included. This also dumps data. Okay, this is bit unknown kind of error. So what I'm going to do is instead of getting these things out, I'm going to get it back inside data. Okay, like this. And instead what I'm going to do is let's make completely different kind of WebSocket request. I'm not going to use this function for now. I'm going to do something like save.websocket.send, right, and json dot dumps data. Okay, I'll run the script. Okay, here we are getting balance related message, right? And now we have also got balances.json. I hope this time we have got tournament account as well. So we have to get a real account, we have a demo account, and then we have tournament account. Sorry, we have tournament account. Now you can see the tournament name, global trading heat wave, and the tournament account balance, it's 100 because it's not started 8, and of course the demo account with type 4 and the balance, right? Okay, so we have successfully fetched uh, all account information. Now another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to write a function to get tournament accounts only. Okay, for that what we can do is when we are receiving this message, I'm going to store it in a variable. Okay, so I'm going to simply store it in a variable called balance data. Balance data equals to uh, message get msg from message data, because this is what we get, right? We don't need these things, so what I'm trying to get is this message, and it is a list of all the accounts, right? So that's what I'm trying to get there. Please make sure you have this variable as attribute in your init function like this. Self dot balance data equals to none, right? As we get balance related data, it will be stored in this variable, right? I just want to make sure that when we are asking for balance, first we set this to none, because if we keep making request, it will give us the old data rather than fetching the new data, right? Here also I'll set it to none, just to make sure that we get the latest data, not the cast or last store data. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do. Now I'm going to write one more function called get tournament accounts. Tournaments accounts, and here we will get all the tournament account only, excluding real and demo account. For that what we need to do is do first self dot fetch account balances. A small typo, this needs to be version 2. Okay, and at the end we must call it as version 2. Okay, fetch account balances, right? And what I'm going to do is wait until we get balance data from WebSocket while save dot balance data is none. Wait until the message arrives, right? That particular message arrives. Okay, so why do we need to do this is because we are setting the self dot message to be known when we are calling for this function, right? And we are making this just to make sure that we get the latest data, not the old data. Okay, so that's the only purpose of adding that line. Okay, so where we are here, we are working with this function. Okay, so now it will keep looping until this balance data is known, and it will exit once the data is something else than known. All right, so from this data we need to get account with type 2. Type 2 means the tournament account, right? So what we need to do is, since we are storing this thing in self.data, and this thing is list of dictionaries, so what we can do is we can iterate over it. So what I'm going to do is tournaments accounts equals to, what we can do is, okay, so I'll just do looping for now for item in self dot balance data if item type equals to 2. For now I'll print the name only, print the tournament name, and tournament name is tournament name, right? It's stored in this tournament name key. Okay, this needs to be save.balance data, not the masses anymore. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to call that function get tournament accounts, run the script, and I'm expecting a console to print this name, global tournament. Okay, just a moment, it got this balance message, but I don't see it printing that name. Okay, maybe we made a mistake. I don't know. If item type equals to 2, item has type 2. Okay, just a moment. Oh, okay, I see the problem. This needs to be fetch account version 2, because we were using version 1, and version 1 only returns demo and real account, right? So that seems to be the problem. Let's run the script again. Okay, so we have got error. List indices must be integer or slices, not str. Oh, okay, this is the problem. This needs to be item, not the tournament name, because each item is one particular dictionary, right? This dictionary, so each item is one particular dictionary inside this message list. Okay, and we cannot directly get this tournament name from balance.data, because in balance.data we don't have that key, right? Okay, I'll run the script again. This time I'm expecting for positive outcome. Okay, so here is the tournament name. Just to make sure this is something that we are printing, not coming from somewhere else, I'm going to add this one. Okay, just to make sure it is the one that we are looking for. Perfect. So this is the one, right? And we are getting only one name because we are registered for only tournaments at the moment. If we had like many tournament accounts, we would have got all the tournament accounts information, right, with this function. No, now what I want to do is, from tournaments, mostly what we need the ID, right, and tournament balance, and probably tournament name. I think these modes that we need the ID, account balance, and the tournament name. When we are switching for, not actually switching, when we are switching for accounts, we need ID only, but we want to be sure that we are switching to particular tournament. We can be sure with the tournament name, so that's why we need tournament name, ID, and balance, just to know that this much balance we have in our tournament account, right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get these these three things from this particular dictionary. We don't need other things for time being. Okay, so what we can do is let's say tournament accounts, make it a list. Okay, make it a list, and what I'm going to do is I need a tournament account dot append item dot append. This needs to be dictionary. Okay, so well, how should I store it? Should I store it as a dictionary or list of dictionaries? I'm not sure. So for now I'm going to store it as a list of dictionaries. Okay, so let's say tournament name. This is gonna be tournament name. Okay, and then I need tournament ID with key ID, and one last thing I need all right, and for the time being I'll simply print it after the iteration has been completed. I'll print to see what we are getting. Okay, I'll run the script again. This time I'm expecting a dictionary with these three key value pair, and here it comes. So you can see it's a list with dictionary name, tournament name, this is tournament ID, balance 100. It just make sure this is the tournament ID, yes, and this is the tournament ID, right. So we have successfully fetched account balance, right? In the first function we were able to get only demo and real account balance, right? In the second function version 2 we sent a different kind of payload, and we were able to get all our account information including demo, real, and list of tournament accounts, right? In this case we have only one tournaments, that why we're getting only one tournaments. And then we wrote another function called get tournament accounts, and this function gets a list of all the tournament accounts with these three keys: tournament name, tournament ID, and account balance, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place ID first, then the tournament name, and then the balance. Okay, now instead of printing this here, I'm going to return this. And I'm going to add type hint here that it returns list. Okay, so this returns list. Now at the bottom where we're calling the function, we can store this as this name, because this function returns a list of tournaments, right? We can store it this way, and we can print it here. Or do other operation as required. Later on we will be switching to tournament accounts, right? In that case we might simply get since this tournament is a list, what we can do is we can access each dictionary inside it. Now we are getting this way, right? After I do this, this is called slicing. I will get this dictionary only without this okay, wait for a while. Okay, see, we are getting this dictionary only without the bracket, because bracket means it's a list. Now since we did this slicing, we are getting a particular dictionary. If I try to get tournament accounts, if I try to get item in one place, because since there are only one item and it's index 0 by default, we cannot do that because there is no item to access, right? Alright, so this is all. That's everything in this video. In the next video, what we are going to do is we are going to switch to different accounts, real account, demo accounts, or the tournament accounts. And as I mentioned earlier, in order to switch to accounts, we need to pass ID, right? So we first will get the IDs, and then we will send this to WebSocket. But there is more to do. We need to do subscribing and unsubscribing for instruments like forex, crypto, digital option, binary option. So we need to do that. So there are other things to do as well. It's not as easy as simply passing this ID and we are good to go with any tournament accounts. No, that's another thing. We need to do subscribing and unsubscribing for different instrument, and we'll do that in that video. So this video is already long, so I'm going to end this video. As usual, thank you very much for watching this video, and stay tuned for other videos. Have a great day.